This is the review for the quiz over Chapter 5. So looking at problem 3, remember that there's no base showing. That means the base is 10. So what this really wants to know is 10 to what power equals 0.0001. This is called exponential form. Now, since there are four decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places, and since this is 1/10,000th, our answer is a -4. All right, for B, again, this is a base 10, even though it doesn't say that. So I want to know 10 to what power equals 1. And of course, the only time that something raised to an exponent equals 1 is if that exponent is 0. So the answer is 0. All right, for C, before we do C, we want to remember that the square root of, let's say, x can be rewritten as x to the 1/2 power. And the cube root of x can be rewritten as x to the 1/3 power. Those two are the same thing. So I'm going to rewrite this as log of 10 to the 1/3 power. And then I'm going to say, okay, since the base here is 10, then 10 to what power equals 10 to the 1/3 power? And the answer is 1/3. And the last one is, I want to know what is 4 to what power equals 64. So if I multiply 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 again is 64. So I can rewrite 64 as 4 to the 3rd power. So I get 4 to the x power equals 4 to the 3rd power. And the only way those two can equal each other is if x is 3. So the answer to this problem is 3. Notice it's not x equals 3. There's no x really in the problem. I'm just doing that to help you understand the problem. All right, let's look at 4. We want to convert to exponential form. Remember that ln has an invisible base of e, and to write it in exponential form, you write the base first, that's an e, and then you take the number that's not with the e, which in this case is x, equals 12, and that's the answer. So that's converting from exponential to log form. And if we've got exponential form and we want to go to log form, we start with the word log. And then we say, okay, what's the base? Well, 6.8 isn't the base because there's no exponent. So over here, 3 is the base, x is the exponent. So we say log base 3 of the number that's not with the 3, which is the 6.8. And that has to equal x, and that's the answer.